Peace. Today we'll talk a little bit about solitude. And it is such a special thing. It is such a special thing. Let us have for ourselves this context. What a beautiful thing to have yourself. Think of how few there are who have this. Yourself. How few people truly know themselves, are allowed this opportunity to know themselves, to have had the time for it, to have had the time to build a true relationship with the being that you are, with the heart that is yours. What beliefs do you have, and that they belong to you? What a beautiful thing this is. What significance this is. What a blessing to receive. For this nature to be facilitated upon you. You see, because all of this, everything is alive around you. Everything is alive within you. And all of this is an intelligence. All of this is conscious. All of this is awake in its own way. And all things, all occurrences in your life, all occurrences in your being within you and that you witness, they all have purpose. They all have significance entirely relative to you. So if you have found yourself in solitude, if you have found yourself alone, there is reason for this. There is purpose for this, for all things, and for the all things that you are. What a beautiful thing for this to be chosen of you. That the occurrences of your life would bring you to such a circumstance that you have solitude, that you have yourself, that you have aloneness, that you have an opportunity to get to know your own being. Not that another will dictate it upon you. Not that you will be lost in such a circumstance, is that you are never alone and never allowed to meet yourself. To know who you are as you are alone. And let us reflect upon our own being and what we have learned in our time here. As if you are interested in this, let us assume, in speaking and witnessing of ourself and each other, that there is context within you that you would seek out perspective in this aloneness, in this solitude that you are going through this. So let us reflect and look within our being and our own unique experience, your unique experience that you have found in this you are alone. Has He not granted you this? That as you found yourself again in the company of others, that you have yourself then to offer. What a grand thing this is, that you're being initiated into as you find yourself alone. That you may have this yourself to offer to others whenever you find yourself in the presence of others. That you have this great gift that you yourself have been given, that you have an individual being in nature, that you have a self in which to offer, that you have an opportunity in your aloneness, that you have embraced this opportunity in your aloneness to develop of your own nature, that you may carry this self that you have found here in the darkness, in your solitude, in your alone, that you have found here, that you have met yourself in this shadow, and that as you walk again into the light and to meet all others, you will have this, that you have met yourself, you will have this to offer, that you have what is unique of your own being, that you have found within yourself what is beautiful, what is good, what is true, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, in what way can you offer these things to the world? In what way can you receive this of yourself in context of who you are in your entirety, in your greatest depth. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Can you accept these things? Can you navigate yourself to such a place as acceptance? That you may grant of others acceptance. Have you met in yourself such a thing as love, that you may grant in others love? And in your aloneness, if you embrace this, in your aloneness, the perspective you will gain is that you are a piece and a part and a wholeness of all things. That you are never separate from that which perhaps you would seek to have company to. You are never separate, but there is a process undergoing. There is a developmental process that is occurring, in that you have been granted this opportunity of alone, of solitude, of presence, that you may become familiar with this presence that you are, that you may know it when you walk into a crowd of others, that you will know your own spirit, that you will know your own heart, and that you may call on these things, and that you have met these things. You may call upon these things in your time of need, and they will have met you. You will be familiar with each other, and they will answer you. You will have met your strengths in your aloneness, in your solitude, and as you go out into the world, as you go out upon all others, out of the dark and into the light, as you go about now, you will be able to call upon your strengths. You will be able to call upon the acceptance of your own being, the forgiveness that you have found here in the depth of your own. You will be able to call upon the love in your heart that you have met it and known it as your own, that you have not denied it upon yourself in all that you have met here in this darkness, in this solitude, in your aloneness of your being. You grant it now upon all others, that you may call upon it as you have met it within your being. And as others' weaknesses upon you, as inevitably as a part of this developmental process of your nature, you will be brought back in all times, in all things, in all seasons of reason. You will be brought back out into the world. You will show your face again. Nature will facilitate this upon you, that you have the company of others for your growth and for theirs. And in this occurrence, in their witnessing of you, in the presence that they feel within you, something in them as well will come awake. Whether they are directly conscious to it or not, you become an effect upon all things that are near you, that you have found this, that you have embodied this nature of your own being, and that more importantly, entirely importantly, equally importantly, is all of it has importance. You will have acceptance for this, that you have chosen acceptance for this, that you simply, in your solitude, in your aloneness, that you make a decision here and now, that this is my path forward. Not that you denied yourself the company of others, not that you withhold yourself love or hide yourself away from the world, but that you accept your present circumstance. If you have found yourself alone, that you accept that something is being offered to you here, that there is this developmental process that is occurring upon yourself, that you may have this yourself, and that you are not alone in this truly. All things unseen surrounding support you, that this process occurs for your betterment in all others. That you have this blessed time, that you are being offered this such a special thing is to have a self, to know of yourself. So many young and old, they cry out in these times in their life, and others will ask them, others will demand upon them, you must be this way. And then a time and a season will come and go, and they will say, now you must change. And they will wonder to themselves, I've never even become who I am, and you ask me to change. The journey was never taken for so many. We may see this, and let us have compassion for it as we see it. And let us know it is never too late for your being or any other, and let us have compassion for it. That we do not demand that of others, that they be something else. But in your own being, have gratitude here and now if you are being called in this. If you are being initiated into this process, this developmental process of being, this embodiment of nature, this self that you are, have gratitude for what you have found in this present moment, this opportunity to learn and grow and know of yourself, to embody a presence of your own. And then as we see these others who cry out, who have found such suffering in their being, that they did not undergo this process, or that they fought it, or they said no to it, is we're allowed this in our free will. You are allowed a determination of your own being. Let us have compassion for them, and let us embody in our own nature this gratitude in this developmental process. Let us accept this way before us, this way within you, that you meet yourself. And as you go back out into the world, as you rejoin all others, that you have this which you have met in your alone, even if it is in silence. Let it be a blessed accompaniment and effect upon all others who do not have the company of their own heart or the company of their own spirit, who have not met these things to call upon. Let what you have met, your heart, your spirit, your beliefs, the ones that are your own, the story unique of your own being, the path before you, the path within you, let these things become a blessed thing to witness for all others, that they are inspired, even unconsciously, that they are inspired and that they are affected positively by what you have met here now in your alone, that they may find comfort and awaken to that within their own being. Be a reason for another to take the trip, to meet themselves at such a depth, and to come back and bless all things with this, that which is unique in each and every their own. What a wonderful thing to have to offer, your own. To have what is beauty of your own, to have what is true of your own, to have a unique story, to have a unique strength, to have an awareness of your unique weakness. And to be able to offer yourself to your own being and all others, to be able to offer this, that you are, not to have a dependence on others, but to be a deliverance of your own being, a guiding force. That you have gone to these depths, that you have been alone, that you decided, that you embraced it, that you said, I will go this way that is before me. I will go this way that is within me. I will meet this myself. And come out the other side of it. And to have become more of who you are. To have faced everything that you were afraid of. To have met everything you were ashamed of. And to come out the other side and to be more. To be clean. To be pure. To be true. To be this light that shines in all things, unafraid of this self met in the dark, that you embrace this, that you accept this, and let that be seen upon your face and in your heart in your deeds, in the way that you walk, in the presence you are, in the heart you have met, in the spirit that you are. That you offer this, that you have gone to every great length in depth, that you have it in which to offer, and that you offer this of your own, all that you are. Beautiful love and truth, glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful God, that you are courage, strength, protection. I'm with you. Peace.